Hi my YouTube family, this is Melody from Home Garden and Fashion. Please welcome to Home Garden and Fashion. First of all, I would like to say thank you so much for subscribing to my channel, and please do go to my Facebook fan page and give me a like there if you haven't been there already. In today's video, I'm going to share my idea of how you can make a t-shirt longer. I mean the lengthwise, not the widthwise. Now this is a t-shirt and it's little bit less lengthwise. It's kind of short, so I would like to make it little longer. So what you can do is you can get the similar kind of fabric. This is chiffon, anything that you feel like looks good. Now there are two ways to do it. You can take off this stitch here and do it, or you can keep the stitch and do it. So taking off the stitch and doing will make it more work, so we'll just go ahead and do it with keeping the stitch. So you have to take your fabric, matching fabric, and then stitch it. So you will stitch it from the front side, so make sure you hold the shirt on the right side, not the wrong side. So after you hold the shirt on the right side, then you hold the fabric that you're going to stitch. So this is the shirt on the right side, and this is the fabric you want to stitch with it. So match these two pretty sides together, and now you stitch it. Now you can give hand stitch and then put in a machine, or you can just give pin it and machine stitch. Either way, it's up to you. So I'm just going to give my hand stitch. Now if you open and do it, that's fine, and if you do it this way, that's fine. At the end of the day, remember, this is your t-shirt and you decide to design the way you like. And fashion is just a statement, and you make that statement whatever you want. So as you see, it's coming up like this. Now when I go to my machine, I'm going to stitch it such a way so it will be like this. So this portion will be inside, so nobody can see it anyway. So I'm just gonna go ahead and give just basic stitch, and later I will stitch it in my machine a few times. Couple of times will do it. Now this is something you may be able to do it by hand and just keep it like that, or you can just do it in a machine. It's up to you. Now my other t-shirt, which is a little bit shorter as well, and I'm going to do that with crochet, because I really wanting to do that with the crochet, but that's gonna take a little time. I'll just do it and then just share the outcome. So like this you will stitch the entire length. Now, some people like shorter t-shirts, some people like longer. I kind of prefer the longer ones. So do it such a way that you don't have a wrinkle in here or a pleats. And I'm keeping quite a long. So my length is quite long. Now if I feel it later that is really long, then I can go ahead and do it like this. Yeah, for now it's fine. So I'll go ahead and stitch all around, and I can stitch it in the machine with a black color fabric too. Let's to see if I have this color bobbin already filled up. So as you can see, this is very easy to increase the length. Now let me see if I need to add more. Yeah, looks like I need to add more, but luckily I have more. It's requiring a lot more than I thought. Anyway, let me go ahead and stitch this, and then I will show you. Actually, after I stitch it, then I'll show you how. Okay, so as you can see, I had to give a joint here because I was running a little short, and I'm going to run the machine in all around the sides and the bottom, and then I'll show you what's the status. So as you can see, this is possible, doable, and you can easily increase the length of a t-shirt. You can increase the width. So after I finish, then I might have a lot left. I'm going to use that to increase the length of a hand on a t-shirt. And then I will stitch the bottom, and this length has increased about, let's see how many inches has increased. Oh, this has increased almost 12 inches. I don't need that much, so I'm just going to fold 2 inches at the bottom and keep about 8 to 10 inches. So let me have my machine set up, and I will run all the stitches and show you the final outcome. So as you can see, I have started stitching. Even though I'm stitching with white colored thread, still you cannot see the other side. So I'm getting very close. If you give small close stitches, you can use other colored thread because it won't be sewn outside. So at the end I'm going to leave it open. I'm not going to join it. That's just the fashion. And you see here it's being joined, but you cannot see anything because it's a tight stitch. So when you have a tight stitch, you can use very shorter stitch. I'm using the setting 6, and so when you have a small stitches you cannot see, and all the way at the side I did not join, I left it open, just a fashion. And now I am going to just leave the bottom like this, because as you see it's open like this, so it's not going to fray. And that's it. So my increasing the length is done, and I can keep it like this, or I can make it sort a little bit, but for now it really looks beautiful and you can tell the difference. Let me move this thing and show you. Or I can give at the bottom I can give a fashionable stitch later if I feel like I want to make it a little shorter. I can just leave it just like this. Here I can give a little bit stitch. This knot.